Have you ever looked at your LLM bill and thought, wait, how did we burn through this many tokens? You optimize your prompts, reduce unnecessary context, maybe even switch to a smaller model. But there is another problem that's easy to miss. Your application might be paying for the same answer over and over again. Think about customer support chatbot. Hundreds of users might ask questions like, how do I reset my password? I forgot my password. How can I reset it? What's the process of changing my account password? The wordings are different, but the answer is almost the same. And yet, without semantic caching, you might end up calling LLM over and over again. That means more input and output tokens, more latency, and potentially another API charge. Now imagine this happening for thousands or millions of times. Why pay the LLM to answer the same question twice? What if your application could recognize that these questions mean almost the same thing and reuse an answer it already generated? That's the basic idea behind semantic caching. Instead of asking, have I seen this exact prompt before? Semantic caching asks a smarter question. Have I already answered something that means almost the same thing? Let's see how that works. Imagine you have a smart librarian. You ask, what's the return policy after 30 days? Librarian gives you an answer and remembers it. Later, someone else asks, can I return something after 1 month? The librarian doesn't need an exact same sentence to understand that the questions are almost the same. Semantic caching works in a similar way. Typically, an incoming prompt is converted into an embedding, which is numerical representation of its meaning. That embedding is then compared to other embeddings in the cache. If a sufficiently similar entry is found, the application can return cached response instead of calling LLM. And this is why semantic caching becomes especially useful for applications with lots of repetitive questions. Customer support is one example. You might use it for documentation assistance, FAQs, internal company chatbots, or any other applications where user ask same questions repeatedly. But there is an important distinction to understand. Traditional caching and semantic caching aren't exactly the same thing. Traditional caching relies heavily on exact or predefined matches, whereas semantic caching relies on similarity of meanings. Semantic caching gives us more flexibility. It asks, is this new request similar in meaning to something we already answered? That flexibility is powerful, but it also introduces a trade-off. We need to decide similarity threshold. If the threshold is too strict, you will miss useful cache hits. For example, how can I reset my password and how can I change my password might sound similar, but will require different answers. So semantic caching isn't simply cache everything that's similar in meaning. You need to be careful about what counts as equivalent. So the basic architecture for implementing semantic caching is surprisingly simple. First, receive the user's prompt. Then generate its embedding. Search the cache for sufficiently similar embeddings. If there is a good match, return cached response. If there isn't, call LLM, return the response, and store the embedding of the prompt and the response in the cache. And that's the big idea. You are not caching exact words, you are caching the meaning. For application where users repeatedly ask similar questions, this can reduce unnecessary LLM calls, reduce latency, and potentially save token costs. But I would use it selectively. If your user requests are highly personalized or depend on constantly changing data, semantic caching can be risky. However, for stable and repetitive queries, semantic caching can be useful optimization. So, the next time you see an AI application making the same call to LLM over and over again, ask yourself, do we really need to call the model every time?